So, dear students, let's continue with the subject chapter, which is called Unix Linux the VI editor. So the VI editor, as we saw previously, it is a very important editor which is used to edit. It means that create, change, remove, create, edit, or change the content of a file. So this is very important in Unix. So it have different so many features. So now we are going to see what are the features of the VI editor, so that you will be familiar of using it. So there are many ways to edit files in Unix. Editing files using the screen-oriented text editor VI is one of the best way. So you can edit a file in many ways, but here as we see that you can edit the file using the VI editor. This is the one of the best ways to do it. So this editor will enable you to edit lines in the content with other line in the file. So you can edit one line or many lines at the same time. So it is having an improved version. An improved version of VI is Vim. So say that it is also available now. So Vim is what it is? It is VI, which is improved. So VI is generally considered to de facto standard of Unix editors. So this is the main editor in Unix. It is a built-in editor which you can use to edit a file using command line. So it will be available everywhere in or Unix operating system, different type of Unix operating system. So each and every operating system will be provided with this editor. So its implementation are very similar across the board. It means that for each Unix operating system, the VI editor will be the same. So it doesn't require high resources. So it means that it doesn't need a very speedy CPU and so on. And it is also more user friendly. It means that its interface is very nice for user. So it is very easy to manipulate and to use by users. So it is better than other editors which is available. It means ED and EX. This is two editors which are available, but this VI editor is the main one. It is the best one. So you can use the VI editor to edit the file. It means to change the content of the file, or you can use it to create a new file, no problem. We can also use it to read a text file. So the software has to first decide or the number of bits to be presenting of the main representation. So where it means that when we are creating a file, it will decide itself how many bits are acquired in order to have a better binary representation of data. So the code, the binary numbers will be stored on a piece on a computer using a digital image file. So this is not very important. So you can see the commands in which we can use along with the VI. If I type a VI file name, here it will create a new file. So we type VI space file name. If we type this command on command prompt, this will create a new file. So if it doesn't exist, so if it does exist, it means that it will open it. If I put a VI ocean R file name, it will open any existing file, but in read only mode only. It means that we will be able to read the part. It will not be possible to change the content of such a file. If I put a view file name, it will open an existing file in the read only mode. If it's better for typing a VI, I can put a view, so it will open it. It will be like a VI ocean air, so it will open it in the read only file mode. So the following is an example to create a new file, test file. We are going to create a file which is called test file. So if it already does not exist in the current working directory, if I type vi test file, so this command will create the new file called test file. So it will open the file. If it is new, it will create a new one. So we are creating a new one. We will have the following output. This output. So it means that we have a screen full of tildes. So the tildes means that they will be will help us to type. We will type. It means at each line we will have a tilde and a cursor where we will have to type the code of the file. And we will have the file name here, and it will specify if it is a new file. So it means that we will create a new file. After that, we notice a tilde on each line in the following cursor. A tilde will represent an unused line. A tilde will represent an unused line. It means that a line which on which you did not type anything. So a line does not begin with a tilde. It means that when we have a line which does not start by a tilde and it is blank, so and there is a space or tab or new line or other new non-verbal character present, it means that if you want to know that there are some characters which are hidden but you don't see, but these are available, you will see that the line does not start by a tilde but it is blank. It means that maybe the code of the line is in a white color. If it is white color and the screen is in a white color, you can't see it. So you will have to first to delete or to delete such line. So you now have to open the file to start working on. Before proceeding further, let us present the new important operation. So after that, important concept, it means that after you open the file, so you have to start working on the file, typing a new content or changing the content if it exists. So these are some operations you will perform on the file. So we are going to discuss them. So let's see an example. I'm going to create. We already know it, but let's do it. Let's create a file called maxi. I put the vi maxi.txt. This is a text file. So it will create the file if it doesn't exist. If it exists, it will bring you to the edit mode. So I click. When I press enter, you see that every line starts by a tilde, which means that it is a new line. So in order to edit it, I have to press I. If I press I, because I'm in a VirtualBox, some features won't work, but we will see the ones which are working, no problem. Here you can type hello students. This is Max. Then after that I have to save WH. We already know it. So it means that if it says that the 32 characters is written, okay, it means that it is okay. After that, I can create. So if I use a VI, the file name, so if the file is new, it means that we are going to create new content. If the file exists, we are going to display the content and edit it. So if I put a VI students, max.txt like this, you see, you can display the content of the max. For displaying, I can type new content. New content, it means that you can type anything. I can change. After that, I have to save it. So this is VI. So I can open the file in read-only mode. So I am going to use a VI ocean R, then max. Next, you see down here you are going to see that it is read-only. If it is read-only, it means I can't change anything. So I will type, it will say warning, changing a read-only file. You see, even if when I try to save, it will be the same. I can't open I can't edit anything because it is in read-only mode. Again, to open the file in read-only mode, I can use the command view. I can put the view maps like this. So this also is displayed in read-only mode. So I have to type a view and then the control of the file. Okay, it is the same. It is like a VI ocean R. So let's continue with the next topic. So what are the operation mode? While working with the VI editor, we usually come across the following two modes. You can have two modes. There is a command mode and the insert mode. The command mode, you can type different commands to execute some task. The insert mode, it means you can open a file and then insert the content inside it to change what is there, or you insert new content. So command mode. This mode will enable you to perform administrative tasks such as saving the file, executing the commands, moving the cursor inside the VI file, inside the VI, inside the file opened with VI. You can also cut a line and paste it from one location to another. So you can paste the line or words. You can also find some content and then replace it. So we will see it later. So whatever you type is interpreted as a command. Here it means that whatever you are going to type in the command mode will be interpreted as a command. So it is not a text, like a text. It is a command. So if you type it wrongly, you get an error message. You can have also an insert mode. This will enable you to insert text into the file. It means whatever you type in this mode will be interpreted as input and press it in the file. It means that you can add the content, change the content, and so on. So by default, when you start VI, after typing the command VI, you will immediately go into command mode. So in order to enter text, if you are in command mode, you can't insert new content. So in order to add or modify the content, you have to be in insert mode. So in order to go in insert mode, you have to type to press I key on the keyboard. So if you want to go from insert mode and you go to command mode, you have to press escape key on the keyboard. So, and then you will go into the command mode. So if you are not sure which mode you are in, you can be in a mode but you don't know which mode you are in. You press escape twice, escape key twice. So this will take you to the command mode. If you don't know which mode you are in, you have to press escape the key twice. So you will make sure that you are in the command mode. So you open a file using the VI editor. You open a file using the VI editor as we did previously. So how to get out or how to exit VI? You exit the VI using 2.q. So here you are going to quit without saving. Any change you have made, the file will not be saved. So once in the command mode, type the colon. You are going to type the colon or double dots and place and type a key followed by return. The type means that enter. In such time you will lose whatever you have typed because you didn't save. You quit without saving. So if your file has been modified in any way, the editor will warn you of this. If you have modified some content of the file, the editor will tell you that you are about to quit and suggest you to save and then quit. So you can ignore this message of the saving and the content of the file and quit VI without saving. So if you type colon Q and the exclamation mark, so if you type this, you will exit without saving, no problem. It will let you go. If you type this one only, it will suggest you to save. It will warn you that you have saved something, so it won't let you quit. But if you do this, it is like telling the VI editor to let you go. You don't want to save the content you have modified. If you want to save the content of the editor, you type colon W, or you can combine them and you can type colon W key. It means that write, it means you save and quit and return. So it will quitting after saving the content, the modification. So the easiest way to save your changes and exit VI, you can use ZZ. You type Z key twice, but you have to be in command mode. You type ZZ in uppercase, not in lowercase. You type in lowercase, it won't work. So ZZ will work in the same way as the colon W key command. So if you wanted to specify the state any particular name of the file, you can do so by using colon W. After that, you specify the file you want to save. If you are having many files which are open, you can specify which file to save. It means that if you want to save the file you were working on as another file name called, for example, I am having the file name which is called file name 2, which is called the file name. So I want to save it as file name 2. It means I want to name it. I have to type colon W file name 2 and return. So it will save your current file under different name. So I can do this. I open a new file VI students. So I can type a new content. I put Jesus, like this. So let's see the example. I put the content. After that, I have to quit without saving. I try to quit. I press escape. After pressing escape, what I have to do, I have to put colon key. It will display this message. because I want to quit, but I have saved something, so it won't allow me to quit. So in order to quit, I have to put a Q, and I put exclamation key like this. So I quit. So what I quit without saving the content. So I type again the students. You see what they have modified has not been saved. So I can enter some content again. Can put, for example, Jesus again. And then I can click escape and then put colon the W key like this. If I put this, it will save the content. So when I open again, you see that the content has been saved, the change. I can again type like this. Can put Jesus. I can put any content like this, and then I type ZZ in uppercase. So ZZ, it will save like this. Okay, very good. To move within a file, I can move around a file within a file without affecting the text. I can move inside my file without affecting my text. It means that my text will remain intact. I will move only, but this won't affect my text. So to do so, you have to be in the command mode. So you have to press escape twice to make sure that you're in the command mode. So we are going to see what will happen whenever we do while moving. So we saw this previously, so you can refer to the previous chapter. We did this in I think in chapter 2. I don't remember. So you practice this we already know it, so no problem. So you can see the following points about the VI editor while you are moving inside the file. So VI is case sensitive. It means that you have to pay attention to capitalization when using the commands. It means that VI is case sensitive. If a command is in uppercase, you type it in lowercase, it won't work. So most command in VI can be prefaced with the number of time we want the action to occur. For example, if I put 2J, it means it will remove the cursor twice or 2 lines down to the location. It means that you can preface the number of time we want the action to occur. It means that you can, if we want the action to occur twice, it means that you will have to place 2G. So there are so many ways you can move inside within a VI, but you have to remember always that you have to be in a command mode. So how can you move around the file? So we are going to use the control commands. So different commands can be used with the control key to perform a function is as given in the table. So so here we can edit the file. To edit the file, you must be in insert mode. So to go in insert mode, you press I key on the keyboard, lowercase I or uppercase I, no problem. But you have to, this will insert the text before the current cursor location. If I press I, it means that we insert the text before the current cursor location. If I put I uppercase, it will insert the text at the beginning of the current line, at the beginning of the current line. If I press A, it will insert the text after the cursor location. It means that when the cursor is here, for example, when I press A, it will insert text after A here. If the cursor was here, I press A uppercase, it will insert the text at the end of the current line. It will insert the text here at the end for the current line. If I press O, it will create a new line for text entry below the cursor location. If the cursor is here, you press O, it will create a new line, an empty line, where you can insert text below the current cursor. If I put the O uppercase, it means that it will create a new line for text entry above. It means that if the cursor is here, so I press O uppercase, it will insert the text up. So you can do it yourself. You will see the effects. So you can delete a character. So deleting a character. So to delete characters and the line is in an open file. If I press X, this will delete the character under the cursor location. If I put the uppercase X, will delete the character before the cursor location. DW, it will delete from the current location to the next word. This will delete from the current position to the beginning of the line. So the important here, the important command here, it is dd here, this one. This will delete the lines. The cursor is on. So almost you will need this one, dd. So you can check if dd. Let's check with dd. You go here to this. I have to delete this line, so I have to press escape and press dd. So the current line is deleted. dd. The current line is deleted. dd. The current line is deleted. Okay. So among those commands, see, the main one which you have to use is this one. Okay, you can use this one, but the important one is this one. The other important one will be this, no need, but you can use, no problem. Another one which is important is this one. This one. This is enough. Lowercase I, which is at the text before the current cursor location, to help you to go into edit mode. And D, which will help you to delete the line. Okay. So we can have also other commands. You can check them yourself. So these are not very important. So the main important one is this one, the copy command. Copy and paste. You can copy lines or words from one place and then you can paste them at the other place using the frame command. It means that I can take a text from one location to the other. For example, I take this text, I copy it. It is like in Microsoft Word. I take it, I copy it, or I cut it, and then I paste it here. So you can do in VI also. So the important command here is WW and P. WW will copy the current line and you copy it. After copying it, if we write P, it will put the copy